Have you ever said yes when you wanted to scream no, just to avoid guilt? As African moms, we carry a generation of pressure. We feel that we need to say every time yes to please everyone. Let's talk about it. Hi, I am Binta. Welcome to my channel. I create empowering content to help African women, especially moms, to reclaim their identity, build their confidence and self-love, and unlock their full potential. Let's dive deep in this topic today. Why it's so hard for us Africans to say no. I will take the case of African woman immigrant. When we hear our family who stayed in Africa ask us for services, we always said yes, even if we have so much things going on, especially bills we have to pay and many other things. We just do it, even we know by doing it we're putting on ourselves pressure, because it will be hard. It will be hard to be able to pay all our bills, but we do it. Or I will take another example for a woman who is working and a colleague asks her to do a task. Instead of saying no, she will say yes, knowing that she has already a lot of things to do, and she knows probably it will take her so many times to finish what she has to do, and then plus what she is taking right now as service from a colleague. But she will say yes. And then it came guilt. The guilt to have said yes when she wanted to say no. That is another example. There are plenty other examples. Even moms with their kids at home. You say sometimes or many times you say no, but the kid keeps going and say, please mama, do this for me. And at the end you finish to say yes. And then you have this guilt. Why did I say yes? Why did I say yes? And here with this topic, we're gonna talk about this topic. We're gonna dive deep to see why we behave like that. Why we say all the time yes when we're gonna scream a no. It starts with our childhood. In our childhood, we are raised to please everyone. Yeah, please everyone. Prioritize other needs. Do everything, because if you said no, people will see you as a rude one, or people will see you as a disrespectful person. How can we think like that? But in fact, it's true. It's a conditioning. That's how we are conditioned as kids. They ask us to be a good woman, a good girl, because by being good is saying yes to everyone. Even if you don't want to say yes, even if you say no, we say yes. And we grow up like this. And we said yes when we want to say no. I know, it's hard, right? It's hard when you have grown up saying yes, yes, yes to family members, to friends, because sometimes if you say no to a friend, you think that friend will leave you forever. You won't be friends with her anymore or with him. You said yes. or if it's a partner or someone else, you said yes to just not have this feeling to be judged as a bad woman or a bad girl. Let me give you an example of saying no. What happened with me? I was working at McDonald's long time ago. When I came, I was new in that restaurant. You know, as African, when we new somewhere, I think it's not when we new, but everywhere we go, we are so polite. We shrink, we put ourselves so small, and we try to please everyone there and said, yes, I'm here to help. I'm here to do everything you ask me. And I was learning. For me, it's normal to accept getting orders from my boss. I did it. But by wanting to help my colleague, when I see someone is doing a work, I will just come, stop, and try to help that person. And, you know, in an environment, everyone is different. But some certain people, when you see in yourself that you are a nice, very helpful one, they will try to show you things that's not nice. And then it was like everyone will ask me to do something. And with my background, where I come from, saying yes to everyone, because I think if I say no, they won't like me. They won't, be friend with me anymore. And I want to be appreciated in that environment because I want to be a good employee. I said yes. And when I go home, I'm so pissed. I'm so angry. And I just melt down and said to my husband, I'm tired and sick with everyone taking me for, the one who should get everything done. Yeah, I did have to learn how to say no. Yeah, with pleasing people, it's very, very bad because you think you're doing great for people, but you're doing bad for yourself because you're gonna build resentment. You're gonna be tired and even being burnout. Burnout, yeah. That's what happened when you try to do the work that other people should do. You're finished by doing 10 things at the same time, and you should have just done one because you said yes to your colleagues or to your friends or other people. That's what happened. Yeah. Now, I know it's not the end because everything, like conditioning, can be changed. Everything can be changed. Nothing is fixed. Here, I think the good news will be, let's learn to say no. Saying no, what is saying no? Saying no will be first an act of self-love and self-respect. It will be loving yourself first, prioritizing your needs first. Yeah, and choosing what matters for you first. Because I said that to my first video. You are the most important person. Then if you're not feeling well, nothing gonna go well. Either for your family, for your children, for everyone. Then you need to be fine. You need to be healthy. And having this healthy boundary by saying no first, because you think about yourself first, will be the first step. without having any guilt. Because when you said yes, you go back home, you feel guilt, resentment for yourself. And that is a lot of mental problems. That's where all mental problems start, mental issues and all other disease, by having some emotional pain that you don't express. But I will do another video on emotions, on the suppression of our emotions, because that's something, it's a part of our culture. Now, I have 2 ways to help with this, to learn how to say no. First of all, I will say we need to learn some new beliefs, because this conditioning has become some beliefs we have, and we go through life with it. And that's what we give our children, and they grow up doing the same mistakes. Then, if you learn a healthy beliefs that will empower you, and when you share that with your children, you all grow in a healthier state. Then the first thing will be having these new beliefs. The first one will be saying no is your birthright, right? Saying no is your birthright. You don't even need to explain or to justify why you're saying no, because it's your birthright. It's what you should do. If you know something does not help you, or you know that it will give you a hard time, don't do it. Or you know if you do that you will feel guilt, don't do it. It's your birthright to say no. The second will be saying no doesn't make you a bad woman or a bad mom. When you say no to your children, you won't be a bad man, a bad woman, or bad mom. You won't be a bad mom because you just said no to your children, right? And saying no creates a space of what matters for you. But I will go back to that example with the colleagues. When you take that time to work more, and then you free that colleague, what you do? You're creating less time for your family, maybe, to be with your family. Maybe you will go back late at home and you won't get your dinner with your children because they will be at bed. Then the second one that I think when we try to do will help a little bit the person we're saying no to, as adding, I appreciate or thank you for thinking of me. Those 2 things make it maybe less hurtful for the person you say no. That is a part of that person. But for yourself, you feel like you did a good thing, right? When you say, when someone asks you maybe in Africa, I need that. I need maybe, I don't know how much money to do something. And you said, you know what? No, not this month. That person, you feel like, you didn't do a good thing. Maybe the person will be in a hard situation, difficult. But don't think of that person. Don't think of the side of that person. Think of the side of yourself. What that do to you? When you give, you have more problems with your finances, and then you say no. But saying, if you feel that it's gonna make it better for you, you say, thank you for thinking of me, but it won't be possible this month. That's simple. Don't try to over-explain anything. Don't try to justify why you say no. Because remember the belief, it's your birthright to say no. If this video spoke to you, leave a thumbs up and share this video with another sister who needs to hear this. Thank you. And maybe, what are you ready to say no today? I would like to know that.